With the revelation of Budget 2022 continuing to make headway throughout Guyana, many citizens have lauded the government's plans to further develop and transform Guyana in the upcoming year.
Well, I must congratulate Guyana on the great budget that we have for 2022, especially for the culture sector. This is one of the largest allocated funds that we have had in a very long time, and I must commend the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, Mr. Charles Ramson Jr. and his team on taking the time and the effort. With this budget, I can see this going way beyond my expectations for this year, and I can see creatives being paid way more this year than we were the years before. So I'm excited.
And I think when history will be recorded, the 2022 budget, I believe, will go down as a landmark one. As someone who is going into the healthcare sector, one source of income they're putting in people's pocket that I particularly was elated at was the dialysis. The 600,000 dialysis, because that requires many sessions per week, and I know many people usually lament how stressful it is and how costly it is. The part that really had me the most overjoyed was the actual construction of the children and maternity hospital. I was lamenting the lack of that for quite some time now. So finally seeing that it's being catered for, that to me, that stands out more than anything else for me, because that's something I'm truly passionate about.
I think it was quite a nice budget. Some spectacular things were said, and they mentioned some really good things that I hope to look forward and see how they execute them. And some of my favorites, or some of the ones that I was in favor for, was the Linden Expansion Initiative, the Because We Care cash grant, and the capital that was funded into the health sector to fund the 6 new hospitals across the country. I think those would be of great benefit to everyone. I think it was overall a really good budget. Many will benefit from it, and it will be a transformation for Guyana, so to speak.
I noticed in the budget 2022 there was a 50% slash on excise tax on gasoline and diesel. So I think that is very important and essential for all Guyanese, because there were many cries for lower gas prices.
Education, agriculture, youth and sports, and increases in the school uniform vouchers has wide-reaching effects to every Guyanese student. Allocations to the University of Guyana benefits Guyana's most important youth population, and development in Guyana's drainage and irrigation infrastructure will benefit Guyanese farmers and fisherfolk throughout the length and breadth of the country. So these are the most important effects I think Budget 2022 has.
I do see a few initiatives that I'm pleased with so far. I must say specifically to the $74 billion allocated to the education sector. I must say that could go a far way in terms of persons like myself who is looking to attain scholarships post-university life. I must say on that record as well, I noticed a $3.5 billion allocated to the university, which is more than what they would have received from the last budget. I know for a fact that these monies are expended for at the university in the right direction. The $2.2 billion allocated to sport must be applauded. It's good to see that we have a minister who is not just young and enthusiastic, but he's putting his efforts in the right direction. Personal note, the Sports Academy is one such good initiative.
It's a positive move. Reason being, we have a lot that we need to put towards our students' education. And by that, I strongly feel with that large of money put into 2022 budget would help to provide a lot for our children. And as we all know, education is the key to success. And the mere fact they are fully equipped with all the necessary tools and requirements, our students will benefit a whole lot.
I'm heartened by the decreases in the gas price with the tax on gas slash. The increases in the pension and public assistance are also commendable.
Well, quite frankly, I think it's a good thing that the government is doing especially when it comes, because we are a developing country currently, and I think it's a good thing at the end of the day, because it will benefit from the senior citizen all the way down to the working youths of society. So I think it's a real good thing.
Budget is most welcome, at least by our entire household and most of my colleagues by extension. It's definitely something to look forward to this year, especially in the agriculture sector, especially drainage and irrigation. It's going to help mitigate disasters such as the last major event that we had, which is a major flood across the country.
Yeah, that would help us a lot, but it basically is improving the lives of Guyanese, which really matters. Once they can get the benefits, better pay and everything, that would be good for all of us.
That's a good initiative because we care a lot. Pertaining to the Ministry of Education, because we care grant, a lot of mothers have been struggling majority of the time, and they don't have like the extra $25,000 to get out there to buy books and things for children to school. And because we care grant is being fantastic.
I think budget 2022 is an extraordinary budget so far based on what was outlined in terms of education. The amount of money that's been allotted for education, for infrastructure, for housing, especially in terms of the oil and gas. It's nothing but phenomenal, and Guyana is the shore on the path to a transformation.
With the outlining of the country's fiscal package for the year 2022, Guyana is expected to see a massive developmental boom in the upcoming year. For DPI, I am Shaquan Gill.